In this video, we are going to talk about read-only keyword that is used in C# to declare data members inside a class. Generally, a data member declared with read-only keyword can be assigned only to constructor, and it cannot be assigned via any other way, such as say you cannot assign it via properties or via some other methods. Once the constructor execution is over, you cannot set value to it any further. In which kind of situation this read-only keyword might be necessary? As for example, I'd like to calculate the age of an employee, and for that purpose, we are going to ask user to enter the birth year, and this is how it looks like. Say I'm declaring a data member by the name birth year, and I want user to enter it. So this value is sent to the constructor. So say for example birth year, and I want it to be assigned this dot birth year is equal to this birth year argument. Done. Once this has been assigned, then we will calculate the age. Now for this, let's keep one more data member here, right? That is going to be integer age, and this related property that we are going to create here will be based on, means the age will be calculated based on the birth year and the current year, correct? It's a difference between the current year and the birth year. Now let's say for the birth year also I have a property which is birth year property, which you are going to set from outside, or you can do it via constructor, as well as this age property. For this also I am creating here quickly a property, but this set accessor will not work here, as because we are going to calculate the age from within, right? So this set accessor should not be accessed from outside the class, and that's why there is a facility that also you can change the access specifier for the set and get accessor. Now set and get accessor in case of property do have the same access specifier as that of the property itself. That means in this case it's public. By default the get and set methods or accessors do have public access specifier, but C# provides a facility that you can declare an access specifier which declare the access specifier of an accessor separately from the default access specifier. That is, I can set it to private, or in case of inheritance, you will see later point of time I'll declare it as a protected also. So this is a private access specifier which can be called only within this. So if I want to set the age here, no one is going to set the value actually from outside, or even if you want, we can do one thing. We can remove this set accessor altogether as well, and from here when we calculate the age, we are just going to return you something. Maybe you don't need to store it into as a data member, right? But it can be set within that class also. I can say here, say for example, as soon as you send me the birth year, at that point of time, sorry, here I use the property name, so I'll just set this way, birth year, and then if I want to set the age, say if this dot birth year is not equal 0, as well as this dot birth year is not equal and greater than. So it's not greater than equal the current year. That is how you are going to access this. Actually, you have a data type known as datetime, has a property now dot year. You can fetch the current year also, right, in this way. Now this entire thing should be placed inside. Okay, now that's what. If this dot birth year is not equal 0 and this dot birth year is datetime dot now greater than equal datetime dot now dot year, in this case, okay, that point of time, what we are going to do is that we calculate the year. Obviously there could be much better logic, like say employees, obviously date of birth, if I give the previous year, obviously they should not be an employee, because a toddler of age 1 cannot be an employee. So all these logics can be applied, but for the timing, just I'm simply calculating here. So this dot, now this age data member is equal to going to be date time dot now dot year minus the these dot birth year. So in this case, look at, I'm not accessing the property set accessor, I'm just setting the value here. So this calculation can be done in this manner, and then maybe you can have only the get accessor to return the age of this employee. Now the fact is, you have noticed this birth year that has been declared here as a data member can be set from constructor, can be set via property, etc., etc., isn't it? But I do not want you to set it via property once again, because properties gives you a facility even after you have passed a value via constructor. Any point of time you can change this value, and I do not want you to change the value once given. So birth year cannot be changed once given, because based on that this age will be calculated. So I want it to be assigned only via constructor, not via any other way, right? That's the thing I want you to do. So in order to set the birth year, unfortunately, whatever, you have to call employee and you have to pass all these values. But again, there are some other features where you can say that I want to only set the birth year and rest of them I do not want to set. That's also quite possible, that there is an new feature in C# known as the optional argument. You can set the values to and default value to each and every uh, argument here, so that the value need not to be passed. But that's a uh, different discussion. Right now, I want this value only to be set via constructor, not via anything else. And in order to do that, what I can do is I can declare it as a read-only data member, and then it can be set only via constructor. Even if I say this birth year has a set accessor which says birth year and is equal to value, then it will give an error. As you can see, that a read-only field cannot be assigned to except in a constructor and int-only setter of the class in which. Okay, so kind of thing, you cannot do that. uh, that's all. That's how it is. Right now, what I can do is that simply you can just get the value of the birth year, but you can only set it via constructor based on which this age will be calculated. So this is how a read-only member is declared. It cannot be assigned via anything else apart from the constructor. So, such as I have property via which you cannot, some other method via which you cannot set the value. Once you have given the value, that's all. After that, it becomes immutable. That means it's not subject to change. Now, if I try to work around this one, so I have to pass an additional argument, which is birth year. Say, for example, I give 1990, and based on that the age must be calculated. So I can display this age here. So console.log, sorry, console.writeLine, and here I would like to display uh, the name of the employee has Anil's age is, or something like that. Okay, so here I'm trying to print it like employee dot employee name, and there it goes, is of age, sorry, I'm writing it outside the quotes, is of age, and there it goes, is of age employee dot age. Okay, so let me try to run this application and compile the entire solution itself. Done. Continue. Such as, say, if now we are going to ask these values, rest of them we are not asking. See, Anil's age is 30. That's all. This is how you calculate the age. So this is what is read-only keyword. Read-only keyword is used to declare only data members, not any local variables. Like inside in your some function, you cannot declare a variable like read-only and then integer. See, read-only is not accessible, not appearing in the IntelliSense itself, is a suggestion in itself that you cannot access it. This keyword cannot be used to declare any kind of local variable. It's only with the context of declaring a data member. So read-only data members cannot be accessed, cannot be assigned uh, apart from constructor, and once it's assigned, this value is not subject to change, it's immutable, and based on which you can calculate some other value too, right? So this is what is read-only keyword. In this video you came to learn about.